Yeah. So
women's rights.
what
Yeah.
white liberals just use black women's energy. You know what I'm saying? Never gave a fuck about them, and now that same women's liberal shit. Now that all this is all just lesbian shit,
Oh yeah,
and
I
black women
know.
are still no better off. In terms of how can you be better off when your men are fucked up? You know what I'm
Because they
saying?
fell for it,
They
Like
fell
I would
for it.
never fall for that, but people fell for it.
They fell for that shit. Yeah, exactly. But they fell for it because in their heart of hearts, they're part of them just wants to be like a fucking. They want to
A white
be
woman. A white woman.
that part of that. But they want to be like God. They want to be like their men too. Because
Oh, you mean yeah.
yeah, because guess what? The white man wants to be like a black man, right? And a white woman
I
wants to
know he
and
does.
listen, and a white woman wants to be like a white man. And then a black woman wants to be like a white woman. And
Woman.
a black
Yeah.
man.
I know.
Does that make sense? So
It doesn't make any sense.
overall, they all really want to be like a black man. Everybody wants to be like a black man.
Everybody.
Everybody. From an
Everybody.
Asian to an Indian. That's why they hate us.
Yeah, I know.
And they got our women to hate us. And the real man that should be being hated is the white man. For questions, comments, and to show your support, visit us on the web at afroempath.com.
So with her, maybe she was just like,
She was worldly. She was just worldly. Honestly, she acted like you know. Okay, so we got together. She acted like she cared about black people. She didn't really care about black people. You know,
is
in
she
terms of
black?
yeah, she's black. She was fucking
Oh,
Caribbean.
okay.
She was Caribbean. Yeah, she was black.
Oh, okay.
She's from
Okay.
fucking her family's from Antigua, right?
Okay.
And they're from Florida. That she grew up kind of like upper middle class. You know, um,
Hmm.
but she acted like she gave a fuck. I was on the Moorish movement and shit. She acted like she gave a fuck about black people, but she didn't really give a fuck.
Hmm.
She really didn't care, you know.
Hmm.
And she was one of those Caribbean girls that, just like you, she had all her black friends were telling her, "Get a white man, fuck these black guys." You know what I'm saying? The fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
Caribbean bitches, man? They make me sick. All right. Anyway,
It's
that's my rant.
brainwashing.
Yeah,
Brainwashing.
that's it. That's my rant for today. And then so
Well, I'm Caribbean Canadian, so
no, I hear
I'm a
you.
little
But she's
yeah.
not. She's Caribbean American, so she's not from Caribbean. Her family is.
Hmm.
But she also, she was a little more Christianized. You know, maybe she's a little bit into the non-Christian stuff, but she was a little more Christianized. She was very introverted and shy, and didn't really talk to her parents and things like that, and just I don't know. She might have been what they call Asperger's a little bit. I don't know, like just like very uncommunicative.
More introverted than me.
Yes.
She was very introverted. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. To the point where she didn't wear makeup because she didn't want to be seen, you know, like, and like it's to the point where she never wore makeup. So I had to, for her first job interview, I had to fucking, in not her first ever, but her first job interview in North Carolina, after she
Hmm.
moved up, I had to I had to watch YouTube videos and learn how to put makeup on this bitch because she didn't know how to put makeup on herself.
No way. Yeah.
Yes, way. I had to fucking put makeup on her. Yeah.
But that's nice of you.
Yeah, it's nice of me, but the point is that she took advantage of my, she just took advantage of my kindness. You know what I'm trying to say? So no, I had no problem
Oh.
doing that. I had no problem doing that, but it got to the
Yeah.
point. I thought I would do that for her, but that's the thing. I would do lots of things for her. She would take advantage of it. So I would fucking do her hair, like scrape her scalp and shit. How black women
Yeah.
are. That's stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
That's not, and that you would think that's a nice thing, but then I would fucking do help her with her fucking toes and shit, and then she it got to the point that bitch was having me carry her fucking purse in the mall. She didn't want to carry her
Are you
purse. And
serious?
until one
No,
day
I'm
some
not laughing at you. I'm
until
not
one
laughing at you.
until one day some fucking fag fucking is like, oh, that purse looks good on you. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, that's it, bitch. I'm
No,
no
that's
more.
too much.
No more of this
That's
shit,
too much.
Yeah, I mean,
The only time,
Go ahead.
That's too much. Like I wouldn't want like that much, like doing their toes and all that stuff. I do my own shit, man.
That's the
Unless
thing.
like I need a massage or
No, I have
something,
no
or
problem with
I
that. But you know,
something hurts on
this
me.
bitch was taking advantage of me. She's taking advantage of my kindness, man. You know, it's just
Aw.
that's the thing. You gotta realize it. If you know, she was an empath. She was not an empath. She was a shitty psychic. She thought she was psychic. She fucking sucked. She fucking sucked.
Mm.
But you know, she's one of these people that astral travel and do stupid shit like that. You know.
Oh.
Yeah, she was fucking. I mean, there's a part of me that loves her, but she was a little bit of an energy vampire, to be honest. Not a little bit. She was a lot of energy vampire. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she took advantage of my love. You know. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I had to cut. You know, eventually, you know, we talked for a while, even after, you know, we stayed friends for a long time, even after we were separated. She separated from me because she didn't want to be with me because she knew I was going to get myself locked up in that with that more shit I was doing, and I understand that, but.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, oh well. That's you know. I told you I was a fucking revolutionary, bitch. What'd you think? You
Yeah,
know
but
what I'm saying?
it's scary being with a revolutionary.
Tough shit.
I don't know if I would want that.
Tough shit. Good. Guess that's the point. I don't
Yeah.
care. You know, if you want, you know, you want to. What do you want to be a fucking white man's bitch the rest of your life? Black women
No,
don't.
no, 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 no. Listen, it's scary because you don't want your man getting shot
It's not about your
or
man. It's not about
locked.
your. It's not about your man. I'm not your. I'm not your man. I'm God's man. So I don't live my
No,
life. No, listen, listen. I don't belong.
nobody wants
It doesn't
their
matter. Listen,
partner
I
to
don't
get
care. Listen,
hurt.
this is the listen. This is the problem with black women. They don't get this. This is why this is why we're so fucked up as a people. You need to understand that men, right, are here to serve God, right? And women truthfully are here to serve God. That means you have to make sacrifices, right? Your men are soldiers. They're supposed to be willing to give their lives for your freedom. And when you deny them that because you're being a fucking selfish bitch and not realizing that they're here to serve God and not you, right? Then
Mm.
you right? Then you strip away from them their manhood
Yeah, but you
and
got
their
to remember,
godhood.
not everybody is thinking about
It
anybody
doesn't
being
matter.
here to
Guess
serve
what?
God.
It's not about everybody. I'm not here to serve everybody. I'm here to serve God. Right? If that means me giving my life, then I'm here to give my life. Again, bodies come and go. People come and go. Right? So
Yeah,
you
but
know,
she's not. She probably isn't thinking on that level though. You can't
you're right.
expect.
She's not, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I told her that I was revolutionary from the fucking jump, so she should have fucking known. So the thing is, you know, don't be all intrigued. But then when it comes down to it,
Oh,
and you know
okay.
what I'm trying to say, it's not like I fucking ever hid the fuck who I was. You know, they're intrigued because they like these fucking bad boy. You're not. I wasn't really a bad boy. They just like people that think differently, that are not cowards like they are. You know.
Mm.
But then when they get with somebody who's willing to do bold things, and is willing to fucking go against the grain, then all of a sudden they're not ride or die. They fucking bitch out and go fucking marry some fucking foreign guy. You know.
Oh, that's what she did.
Yeah, she marry some fucking Middle Eastern dude. Whatever. You know, I don't have a problem with that. But don't waste my. You know, I'm not saying she
She
wasting my
was
time.
probably with you for your look.
Yeah, perhaps, maybe,
I
but
think so.
I mean, maybe I don't fucking know, but probably my mind too, you know. But maybe my looks, maybe she had low
And
self esteem.
your looks and mind. Your looks
Yeah,
and mind.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is that's not love, and still that's not a relationship has to be built around a foundation that has to be God. You know what I'm saying? Has to be God. You know,
Mm.
and if God is your, you know, if God is my soul, right? You're connected with God as your soul. So if I'm not serving my soul, the eternal part of me, and that means having to sacrifice my flesh, right? Because how can I be? You talk about metaphysics. How can you not be subject to earth if you're not willing to give your life in a fucking dream, right? Right?
Not many people. None of us were taught to think like that because of
Guess it
the
doesn't matter.
Christianity.
I didn't know that either. It didn't matter if I knew that or not. The point is, you're supposed to be willing to die regardless of whether you know. That's the whole test. And I passed it. She failed, so she'll be a dumb human bitch forever.
No, don't say that. You
Well,
see, you're a little bit too harsh sometimes.
harsh. Okay, I'm not gonna say. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I mean, uh, I'll put it to okay. I understand what you're saying, and you're right. Maybe I probably am too harsh, but I'm not saying that she's gonna be. The point is that she'll never reach. She'll always be a subject to this world. without,
Yeah, but that maybe that's how her life is supposed to go.
and that's fine. I have no problem with that. But
But
again,
you
I'm not.
sound angry. You sound like, oh, you wish she was like you. But not many people are like you, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Guess what? God, right? Or
Hmm.
what it, I'll just say Christ, right? Christ
Hmm.
wants people to be like Him. You know what I'm trying to say? God wants you to be like Him. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah.
Meaning, you're not supposed to support cowardice.
But how many people follow what God wants,
That's the
really and
thing.
truly,
It's
in
not
this
about
time?
like here, you think like this, right? You think like if a billion people are fucking stupid, right? And one
Yeah.
person is enlightened, that one enlightened person should care about what the billions of people think. What you don't realize is that these billions of
Not
people,
care.
no, no,
Don't
no,
care,
listen,
but you have to know that how they think because
they're not thinking, they're programmed. That's the thing. So when you watch these zombie shows, right? When the zombies get their head sliced off, do you give a fuck? Do you care? They're people too, right? Do you care about that when they get their fucking head sliced off? No, don't do you? You don't give a fuck, do you?
no.
When you watch the movie The Matrix, right, and you see the agents jumping on the cars and killing and just and and all the background characters are their cars are flying. Do you give a fuck about the background characters?
No.
Okay, the same way I don't give a fuck about dumb bitches. Does it make
Yeah, but
sense?
you shouldn't call her a dumb bitch.
Why not?
You shouldn't call anybody a dumb bitch. Dumb bitch.
You're right. You're right. You're
It doesn't
absolutely.
sound good. It
You're right.
sounds
It doesn't.
really doesn't. It sounds really, really degrading. Like it's.
They're degrading themselves.
I know, but
They're degrading
sometimes
the. Yeah. Guess what? You have to. I understand what you're saying, and I know it doesn't sound good, and I understand that, and that's my passion. But again, if I give in to what zombies want, right, then that brings me down. Because guess what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. Last time I talked to her, right, she tried to manipulate me in some other dumb shit where she wasn't feeling this little Palestinian guy that she was with. You know what I'm trying to say? Because
mm,
she kind of missed. I guess she kind of missed being around a righteous brother. You know what I'm trying to say?
mm-hmm.
A righteous black man. And
Yeah.
she's like said something like, oh, I like him, but he doesn't have like, I don't know, the Holy Spirit or some shit. What the fuck she said? She's all into some Christian shit now. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. I was like, well, I mean, if you want to meet again, we can meet. Like just here's my number. If you get a plane ticket, come and I'll pick you up. We would hang out. See if it works out. I didn't think it would, but whatever, I'll try. You
Where is
know.
she?
I don't know where's she now. I don't know,
She's
but
not. She's not in. Oh, I
no,
thought she
she's
was
not.
in the
No, she's
same
not. She's
place.
not my state. But the point is that she called me to like basically what I realized is that the next day she's like, oh no, just kidding. Basically, never mind. You know,
Just kidding.
yeah, yeah.
No, that's
She
not
she didn't say
good.
just kidding, but she said never mind. The point is that she's looking for a fucking plan B. She wants to see if I can be a plan B for her. You trying to say
She's acting like a guy.
a guy? That's how guys act. I don't know
Yeah.
how guys
Some
act.
some guys some guys do that.
Well, okay, cool. That's fine. That's not me. For me, I would even if she wasn't, on some high level of metaphysical understanding, I still would have been with her and still would have loved her if she would have
Hmm.
been there for me when I was going through what I had to go through. You're trying to say?
Hmm.
But as soon as shit hit the fan, that bitch was gone. So no, I don't
Yeah.
respect her, and she's a bitch. She's a bitch. She's not a woman. She's not a woman. That's not what a woman
I
does.
know. It's just
She's
harsh when I hear
I
you say
yeah,
that,
I hear what you're
you
saying,
know?
but I understand that. But again,
Because I'm thinking one day you could call me that, if you could
I could call
call,
you that.
yeah, if you could
What
call her that, you could call me that. You
you
could
shouldn't
call,
be. You shouldn't. Again, you shouldn't be focusing on what somebody's calling you. You should be focused on serving your creator. And if you're as long as you're doing that, what other people are calling you won't matter to you. Now, will it?
no, I know it wouldn't, but it just doesn't sound good. That's all. Like,
I know it doesn't
you
sound
keep
good. There's
saying
lots
it,
of
but
there's lots of things that don't sound good. You know what I'm trying to say? We live
I
on this
know.
planet and been called fucking nigger and fucking spics and fucking spooks. You know what I'm trying to say? We've
Hmm.
been called all types of fucking names. Now, if you give a fuck about what the fuck how people talk to you, you know what I'm trying to say? Then you're subject to that. So, you know what I'm trying to say? Fuck it. I could my entire life tiptoe and walk around eggshells around the egos of black women, right, or people in general,
But
and
don't
never.
be angry at black women, please. I
I'm
hope
not
you
angry.
love black
I'm not
women.
angry at black women. I'm angry at her, right?
Okay.
I'm angry at her. I'm angry at the weakness that I see within my own mother, right? I'm angry at the fact that I've seen my fucking cousin fucking marry a guy who has a fucking Confederate flag shirt on in the goddamn wedding chapel, and my mom's smiling and like, oh yeah, you know. I just hate the patheticness of black people and especially black women because I've
Yeah,
seen
but
it.
don't. But I know I can feel it coming from you that you are angry at black women. But I don't want you to be too
No, here's
angry.
the thing: what you're not realizing, right, is that
Mm-hmm.
I love them more than they love themselves. Does that make sense? So if I'm not angry at
Yeah.
them, that means I don't give a fuck about them. So what should you be more worried about?
Okay, I get it. I
You know what I'm
get
trying to say?
it. Mm-hmm.
Just because someone tells you some shit you don't want to hear doesn't mean it's not doesn't mean it can't be useful to you if you know what I'm trying to say, if you can look beyond the passion. You know what I'm
You
trying to say?
you said something. You said something about what black women want. Something about her hair,
What do you mean?
massaging her hair,
No
scalp or
massaging hair.
something.
Yeah, yeah. I just well, yeah.
But
What
the
about
way you
it?
said it, what black women want, and I'm thinking, not all black women. I would love that, but I'm not gonna make a man do it to me. But even if you did do it to me, I would love it
I
because
didn't
it
say
feels
want.
good.
I just said you know how this. I'm just saying that's a typical thing that black women have to do with their hair. You're gonna say scrape the scalp and all that shit. I didn't know any of that
Yeah,
shit. Only black woman I knew was my fucking mom. And so I
yeah,
didn't I
but
didn't and I didn't have to do that
you
for
gotta
her.
appre- you
I
gotta
was just,
appreciate the difference in black women. We are different.
yeah, I get that, but again, like I don't like doing that shit. But, it's like, what are you looking for? A fucking fag? I'm just saying, like, what are you looking for? I'm
Okay,
not.
what is it exactly? What is it? Is it massaging the scalp
She wanted me to
with
take
your
a comb.
fingertips?
She wanted to take a comb, right? And fucking
Mm-hmm.
itch her fucking scalp to get the dead skin out, and then put oil in that on her fucking scalp.
Oh, that stuff. That
Yes.
is old way of how we. Well, I when I was growing up, my mom and I used to see people doing that kind of stuff with your scalp, but you don't have to do that if you know how to take care of. It's because we didn't know how to take care of black hair.
Okay, good. That's fine.
Oh,
Okay, great. I don't want to go into this whole black hair thing. That's not. That's fine. I know that's fine. Again, that's fine.
I know
I'm a
it's
dude.
not a sexy thing to do, but I know people that do it. I don't
I
do
had
it.
no problem doing it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Hmm.
But again, like now that I've done it, I realize no, fuck that. You need to take care of your fucking self, bitch. You know what I'm trying to say? Sorry. You know, you need to take care of yourself because I was in full service to this bitch all the time. It was just it got to be ridiculous, and she didn't listen either. She had a problem with fucking eating sugary shit to the point where she got candida, right? And then
Oh,
she
so that's why when you hear me talking about cookies, you're like, ah.
no, listen, she had candida. This bitch had damn freaking yeast infection in her vagina. That shit was disgusting. That
Oh
shit was
no.
yes, it was
From
disgusting.
eating.
Sweets,
Oh no.
yes. It was disgusting. It
You
was
need
disgust.
probiotics, man.
It was disgusting.
You shouldn't
And
even have to deal with that. That's
and
crazy.
to point it's the point where I was like, listen, you can't have sweets because you're fucking she get itchy and bitchy and shit. Our sex life was non-existent, and because her vagina is all fucked up all the time, and
So you couldn't
and
go
I
down.
and I told her not to do it. I told her not to eat sweets. And then the bitch ran down she would sneak sweets in under her fucking pillow like some fucking child, you know,
Mm.
and get flare ups. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Well, I eat sweets. Maybe I don't eat as much as her, but I don't get. I have probably only.
That's good.
I,
Whatever.
prob-
I'm not with you.
I don't get
I
those.
don't give a fuck.
No,
You do the fuck you want to
no.
do. But I
I'm
don't give a
trying to
fuck.
say.
I don't give a shit. You fucking.
I'm just no. I'm saying that because of what you said. Because you made a comment about me
Yes.
eating
Meaning.
cookies.
Meaning.
I don't want you to think that that's
No.
what I
Meaning.
have. I don't.
I'm self disciplined, right? And so I expect that from people around me, right? All this
Hmm.
weakness shit. That's good. Being weak is good if you want to be a fucking cracker, basically. If you want to be a
She
black.
sounds
If you want to
Americanized.
be a black cracker, that's fine. You know what I'm trying to say, and that's the thing. Yeah, she wants she wants to go along
Sounds
to get along.
Americanized.
Yeah, exactly. She's coonized is what she is. You know, she
A
doesn't know.
lot of people
A lot
get
of
like
black women,
that.
some, you know, they, not a lot of black women, but I would say the majority, they
Hmm.
want to have black self esteem with a little bit of fucking a little bit of African culture. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, like, oh, I know a little something. You know, yeah, Egypt.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, but really, you just really want to have white girl friends because you have low self esteem. You know what I'm trying to say? Or you want to have gay friends or some shit because you have low self esteem. You know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're talking about. Soft, yeah,
Exactly,
it's
they're soft.
hard.
You know what makes somebody hard. You know what makes not hard, but you know what makes a man. Truthfully, a black
Yeah.
man is
Mm.
his righteous fucking spirit in the seat of God within him, right?
Yeah.
That's why if you're a righteous woman, you're gonna find someone like Malcolm X attractive, right? Right?
Yeah.
Because of his spirit. A real man
No, I
for
know.
a real man forges himself, forges his soul through
Hmm.
being willing to sacrifice his body. Again, that's why I said with
Hmm.
my last girlfriend, she didn't want me to be a real man. She wanted to be some little fucking lapdog for her low self esteem, right?
But she shouldn't let you carry her purse.
She
I
shouldn't
would
let me
think.
do a lot. She shouldn't. She fucking almost goddamn let me fucking starve one time. I saw a picture. I was damn near fucking starving. I was like a fucking lonely starving at the Ethiopian kids, and she was all plump and
Why?
shit because she didn't take care. She didn't take care of me. She would always let me
She,
sacrifice. If we were short on money, I would sacrifice, and she would eat. You know what I'm trying to say? I'd always put myself before her, and that's
oh
fine. And that's fine. But the
no.
thing is that you know she would never. She didn't have that attitude. She didn't have that attitude towards me. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
Yeah, you know, it's like you know, ugh. That's again. That's why never again. I'll either I don't give a fuck. I'd rather be some fucking dick slinger than to get into a relationship with some woman that's gonna take advantage of my empathic nature. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Because as empath, we generally love more than we can be loved. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, you just have to know who the next time, like you have to
I know who I
who
am
that
better
person.
now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
again, as a revolutionary, I'm thinking that you know how can I put it? I'm thinking that you know shit. I need me a ride or die bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like Killmonger, right? You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You know, so you know, I'm, you know, so shit. That's what I was thinking, you know. But now I don't really, you know, I'm not really in need of anything outside myself. So,
Mm. It's easy to be straight up with you.
because I'm straight up with you, it's not always pretty.
Yeah.
It's not always pretty.
Yeah.
I know no black woman likes me likes to hear black women called bitches, you know. But again,
No.
I know, and I don't even like hearing it from my mouth too, because guess what? I honor the black woman and I put her on a fucking pedestal. But because I do
Hmm.
that, I have to be, I have to be, I have, if I'm going to hold her to a higher standard, I have to hold her to a higher standard. And so when a woman that I know personally falls beneath that standard, I have to fucking disregard her because she became worldly, you know, and she began to disregard all that shit that all the time and all the energy I invested in her, you know, it was for nothing. You
Mm.
know, she just, you know, I taught her how to meditate. I taught her metaphysics. She disregarded that on some dumbass white Jesus shit eventually, and
Oh
married some Middle Eastern guy. You know, which is fine. I guess it's not that bad, but still, you know, it could be worse. But
She's just
still,
not ready for that stuff. She's not ready for that.
I don't give a fuck. I have no problem getting
Yeah.
ready for it. Don't lie. Don't act. Don't
Yeah.
front. And you know, don't
Because
front.
you invested a lot into it.
Don't come to me trying to use me as a plan B. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like I'm not here to fucking be your fucking, you know, your fucking little fucking man bitch, you know? I think, you know, it's,
So she really hurt you then.
no, she didn't
She
hurt
really
me.
hurt you.
She didn't hurt me. She disappointed me because
Yeah, disappointed.
it
Yeah.
disappointed me because I see her potential, right? And even if she's not with me, I would rather her not waste her potential. You know, I'm all about using this world to forge yourself into something greater.
Hmm.
No matter whether you're with me. Again, when I speak to you, doesn't don't you realize that that's what I'm trying to help you become something better than you are now?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I'm doing in my own life. So I'm very disciplined. So again, I don't like if you were going to the military, right?
Hmm.
And the drill instructor yells at you. The drill instructor is not gonna be nice to you, right?
No.
He's gonna break you down. But you understand that that's part of a process, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to be broken down in order to be created something new and better. No,
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard. It's
it's
not a
not
easy.
supposed to be easy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not supposed to be easy. And guess what? Do you not think that black women are part of the problem in terms of this situation that we have in American society with these fucked up ass men and these fucked up ass bitches?
I feel that both are part of the
I
problem.
know we're
Both
both
are
part of the
not
problem,
coming to the
but are black women part of
table.
that problem too?
Of course,
Okay, so it's
because they
50-50. So they're part of it
yeah they're
too.
giving up. They're giving up,
Exactly. Okay, so they're part of it too.
and so are some black men are giving up
I
too.
know that, but the point I'm trying to make is also you have to realize this is that black men have always been under scrutiny, right? We've always been under scrutiny. We've always been first in line to get our ass whooped, and that's okay. I understand that, and I'm willing to do that as a man. But a lot of times, black women think as if they're fucking some, and because they've been put in some kind of privileged class by the white man, that they
Mm.
don't have to ever fucking that they never have to be held
Stand up.
accountable. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Oh
trying to say?
yeah, yeah.
That they never have to be held accountable. And it's me as a righteous servant of God. I can't have that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They're gonna be destroyed. You know, they're going to like I know most people don't read the Bible because you'll see in the Bible it talks about black women and they're going to be a lot of these black women are going to be destroyed straight up.
Oh yeah, I
Straight,
can see that
straight
already.
up because they gave up on God. The black
Hmm.
man is God. Fuck that. The Messiah is a fucking black man.
I know. Well, everybody's brainwashed though. What can we really do?
It's not about what we can really do. In order for me to stay sane, I have to fucking say shit as it is. Because guess what? That shit it hurts my heart. And if it didn't hurt my heart, then how can I ever say I cared?
Mm.
Right? If I didn't care about black women, I wouldn't be so goddamn. Not just black women. I'm harsh on black people as a whole. You know what I'm saying? That includes men,
I'm kind of
obviously.
angry with black people too, black men, black women.
Yeah.
That like if they were to just pull up their freaking pants and we can get to work properly how we were supposed to, we could end a lot of this frustration in our lives. But a lot of people are distracted and they'd rather go do bullshit. They'd rather go to the strip club with friends and throw money or
Exactly. That's exactly
that
it.
stuff bothers me. But
Exactly. They've given up on themselves,
yeah,
and by giving up on themselves, they've given up on God. You know.
yeah, they have,
And
they have.
now black men, again, they've been getting their ass whipped, and as they've been getting their ass whipped for a long time. And not that black women haven't get their ass whipped too, but again, the black man is supposed to be the provider. So when you're supposed to be the provider, that puts even more pressure on you. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, if we live in a
Hmm.
society now where both men and women can kind of work, you know what I'm saying? But you got to
Hmm.
understand that's a new thing, right? It's a new thing. That was never
It
the
is.
case, right? So
Yeah.
black men have created and had their shit destroyed, have created and had their shit destroyed always, you know?
Hmm.
And it's like the last time that black men and black women were really side by side fighting together was in the 60s, right?
60s or 70s.
I think in the 60s, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all that shit, you know what I'm trying to say?
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
civil rights and
Okay.
shit. But at some
Yeah.
point, I don't know, for whatever reason, black women decided that they were gonna team up with join forces with white women, white liberal women. You know,
Because of the women's thing. I was just talking
women's
about that today
yeah,
with the guy, the
women's
same
rights.
weed guy.
Yeah. So what they
Women's
did- so
rights.
what
Yeah.
white liberals just use black women's energy. You know what I'm saying? And never gave a fuck about them. And now that same women's liberal shit. Now that this is all just bush licking lesbian shit.
Oh
And
yeah, I
black women
know.
are still no better off. In terms of how can you be better off when your men are fucked up? You know what I'm
Because they
saying?
fell for it.
They
Like I
fell
would
for it.
never fall for that, but people fell for it.
They fell for that shit. Yeah, exactly. But they fell for it because in their heart of hearts, they're part of them just wants to be like a fucking. They want to
A white
be
woman. A white woman.
that part of that. But they want to be like God. They want to be like their men too. Because
Oh, you mean yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, because guess what? The white man wants to be like a black man, right? And a white woman
I
wants
know
to
he does.
and a white woman wants to be like a white man. And then a black woman wants to be like a white woman.
Woman.
And a black.
Yeah. I know.
Does that make sense? So
It doesn't make any sense.
overall, they all really want to be like a black man. Everybody wants to be like a black man. Everybody.
Everybody.
From an
Everybody.
Asian to an Indian, That's why they hate us.
Yeah, I know.
And they got our women to hate us. And the real man that should be being hated is the white man. And the white man cleverly turns it around on us.
I just had a conversation 2 hours ago about the same shit with that Rasta guy. Yeah. He's all angry about it. Like, it's just drives him up nuts.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm talking about it, to get it out of my fucking system.
Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to be something else, and they're not.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It was created this way for us to fucking work together. But unfortunately, I'm glad, to be honest. I'm glad about white supremacy, metaphysically speaking, because it showed the weakness in the souls of our people. And now they'll know, and now they'll know why I am who the fuck I am for eternity. When they, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, meaning this world is going to end eventually. And when we go back to heaven, there'll be no question why the fuck I am who the fuck I am in my position. Does that make sense?
You believe in going to heaven?
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm just asking you.
Yeah. What do you think heaven is? Meaning,
it's the state of mind. Okay.
No, it's not a state of mind. It's a fucking. We're going back to a place of eternity. Meaning that the first heaven, right? The first heaven. The first heaven was perfect. There was only one flaw that was not really a flaw. And what that was there was something called free will. Right? Without free will, there would be no my decision and your decision would be the same thing. There'd be no individuality. You know what I'm saying? There'd be no choice. So that had to be given, right? In order for perfection to take place, right? Now, eventually, a being or a group of beings decided that during that time in a place of perfection, that they wanted to be like their creator. They wanted to be like the all. You know what I'm trying to say? And they created their own universe, the Matrix, which we're living in now. Right?
Is that Anunnaki?
Anunnaki? It's not. I'll go by the Gnostic terminology, which is the demiurge, right? Okay. Meaning that they by doing so they separated from the light of the all. That makes sense, right? Because we were beings of light, but they separated from that light, and so they became weak, and they had to then draw from the light of others. So then they that goes into the whole Adam and Eve story. So they kind of coerced, Eve to bite of the apple. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And they said basically like God doesn't want you to be like him. That's why he doesn't want you to eat from this, right? And it's true. God doesn't want you to be like him, because God knew that if you were to eat this apple, you would experience suffering and pain that you never had experienced before.
Yeah.
Right? And you were going to be raped, and you were going to be a fucking slave, right? And you're going to be fucking sucking some neo-Nazi's cock, right? Oh. And God wouldn't want you to experience that, right? But you didn't listen, and you ate of the apple, and you sunk into a world where you begin to have a body, right? And where now you and your man are at odds with each other. You know what I'm saying? And so when we first fell into this world, we knew that we were trapped into this world. We knew that we had to get the fuck out. Eventually, we lost that knowledge as our civilizations were taken over, right? And so we're thinking that white people hate us because they're just mean people. No, they hate us. They hate us because they have that demiurge energy. They're the last vessels that demiurge energy has taken over, on a national scale, right? And they know that what they're trying to control is not just our bodies but our souls, right? Because we have the seed of the eternal within us.
And they keep us back, and then in every way that they can do it. Exactly,
because what they're trying to shut down is our God spark. So what happened was, essentially, people like myself had to come from the eternal back into this fucking world and incarnate into a body, right? To now come back and create a way back to get back to the creator. But in order to do that, this world has to vibrate on there's I talk about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, right? Those five principles have to be exacted in order for this in the Bible, it says there'll be a new heaven and a new earth, right? For the old have passed away. So meaning that eventually we'll vibrate high enough, right? That the Bible says that no weapon against you shall prosper, meaning that, you know, when we first fell, our vibration was high, and we were able to do things that we had more abilities that we don't have now, but we're getting those back, you know. They're back in the Atlantean times, but now, like, we're beginning to return there. At least those of us who have done the work and have kept our hearts righteous and didn't coon out. You know what I'm trying to say? But the point is that in the new heaven, there won't be free will. There won't be free will, because that free will, right? It was needed, but within itself, it still was a flaw. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because when given the choice, you've already seen what people do, haven't you?
Look what people do. Yeah.
There you go. That's pretty much it. That's why in Islam, what do they say Islam is? You know, in terms of peace, what do they call that? Do you know? Do you know what it is?
No.
They say it's willful submission to the will of Allah or God, right? Willful submission. Willful submission, meaning you're submitting your will because you understand that that's the way to peace.
Yeah.
Because you know that your fucking humanity is so fucking putrid that you can't find the way back, right? Without surrendering your own lower nature.
That's good. That's good that they have that.
It is good, but guess what? But that's the way I speak about people, and that's why I'm so hard on black women, right? That's why I'm so hard on my ex-girlfriend, because I see that she had the choice. Exactly, she had the choice to be the righteous man of God, a fucking angel, and she chose she chose nothingness to satisfy her ego. Yeah. Because when last time she called me, she's like, you know, oh, do you want to get married? Oh, what kind of car do you drive? And you know, I have money now, and you know, just like on some disgusting human ratchet shit. You know, like, you're not Christian. Stop trying to act like you're Christian. You're one of these whacked out fucking Christians that are all about money. You know.
So when I ask you anything about your life, like what you eat and stuff like that, I am not asking you on that level. I'm on a simple.
I know that you don't have to explain it.
Yeah.
To me.
I'm just trying to explain it because I know that some people think a certain way.
No, not at all. I'm not.
Because you know what? I notice a tension in your voice when I ask you anything private or personal about you.
No, that's not. You're not. There's not tension. What you're experiencing is passion, because I love you and I love people, right? Okay. So, again, what I'm doing is I'm trying to exact my will, which is love, on you. Because sometimes you don't love yourself enough to do the right thing. Is that not the case?
Yeah. You care about black women so much that it makes you angry.
Correct.
When you see them acting
correct.
a certain way.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's it. Bingo. I get it. You get it. That's exactly it. Like, for example, like, you know, when you have, you know, I'll speak to that sister Yolanda, you know, and she's been through hell, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I said to her, like, you know, she talked about like meditation and why she's not doing it, and I said, you're breathing right now, right? She's like, yeah. She's like, I know what you're gonna say, you know. And I said, that's right. I said, you're not gonna win with me, meaning that what I'm doing is I'm fighting your human programming, right? Yeah. That has made you think that you cannot find peace, that you need to find it within the world. That it wasn't always right there in front of you. That it wasn't right there. That I'm not gonna say you're men, because not all men are righteous, but I'll say with me, like I have within myself everything that a woman needs to find heaven on earth, right? But those women have to submit. Does that make sense? And I find a lot of black women don't want to submit. No, they don't want to submit. They want to be worldly. They want to bring you down
because they want to see. They want an incentive. They want to be able to see some kind of incentive first.
That's the whole point. And you ever seen the movie Coming to America? Yeah. And guess what? Eddie Murphy was a fucking king of an entire nation, right? all the wealth
Yeah.
that a woman could dream of.
Yeah.
And he put himself in a position where he looked very lowly, right?
Mhm.
Because he knew that women didn't understand what true wealth was
Yeah.
in his culture because they got too used to it. That represents heaven, right?
Mhm.
Remember that story of heaven? I told you we come from a place of perfection. People didn't appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
So we had to go back to the so he had to go to the hood, right? And find a woman who finally knew what real wealth was, right?
Mhm.
And that woman, she cared. Her loving heart allowed her to look past his human condition to see the real wealth in him and his heart, right?
Mhm.
And he turned out to be a prince, right? And so no matter where I'm at, you know what I'm trying to say. These black women that you know that say, "Oh, this nigga, he's trifling." Maybe he's a trifling nigger. I don't fucking know. You know, I don't know him.
Mhm.
But the point is if you're looking at him because of his financial status
A lot of people do.
and what he has or doesn't have physically, then
Yeah.
you are the devil. You are the devil. You because it says in the Bible, right? If it says this, like, if if you were of if you were of my father if you were of God, then you would do the works of God. Does
Mhm.
that make sense?
Yeah.
Meaning that your body is your heart is has waxed cold, and you now are a vessel for the demiurge or the devil.
Mhm.
It is what it is. So if I call a devil a bitch, do you get mad about that?
Mhm. I guess not. Like I don't
Exactly.
know. Like maybe it's because I think differently, and I've always thought differently. I don't look at what people have, like what a guy has or
No, I get
what he
that.
doesn't
I
have.
understand that.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is that,
So
like, I'm just saying, like, in terms of me being like, and I understand I need to work on being kinder. I get that. I'm not saying I'm perfect, you know, but like
nobody is.
I will work on that, and I have. But I'm
Mhm.
just saying that, like, again, you said yourself, if you see a zombie get slayed, you don't care. If you in the Matrix
No.
movie, if you see the background characters die and the cars flip, you don't care about those cars because you
Yeah.
understand that it's an illusion.
Mhm.
Therefore, these people are not even real anyway.
Yeah.
So okay, it
It's
does.
true. Yeah.
In hindsight, does it really matter if I'm here to destroy this universe? Does it matter if I call a fucking woman a bitch?
I guess it doesn't.
It doesn't matter exactly. It hurts your
Yeah.
ego because you still think that the potential of a black woman to change how she is means anything metaphysically. It's not gonna. I'm still gonna fly. The palm of my hand is still open right now, and the energy is still coming out of it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
I'm still gonna have superpowers, whether I call a black woman a bitch or not.
Mm.
So it doesn't care. The God that I serve, which is the eternal God, doesn't give a fuck about doesn't give a shit about that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
It's not ruled by guilt. It's ruled by righteousness, and it wants you to destroy. It wants you to destroy this world. It wants you to destroy the part of you that even cares about that.
Well,
Yeah,
it may sound like you're speaking Chinese to many people.
I don't care. I'm not here to serve many people. I'm here to serve God. Again, the most powerful, beautiful force in this world is also the most destructive. Fire. It says in the Bible, God, I'm an all-consuming fire. Right? My God is an all-consuming fire. So, fire destroys. Fire also purifies.
Black men have a difficult task in terms of reestablishing themselves and understanding wholly who they are, on their own square. Because let's face it, I mean, you can chase after these like status quo type of dudes, but they're really they're men that have been conquered. So there's going to be a level of respect that's just lacking in your relationship. So you're really looking for a man that's more pioneering, that's more innovative, that thinks for himself, has his own set of standards and principles. And what I think what Black women are missing is the fact that Black men have to establish that on their own. As a Black man, he has to be able to articulate his principles, his beliefs, what he wants, his vision. It has to come from his mind. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to sign up for it. You don't have to sign up for the task of being his companion, of being his helper. It's almost as if these types of women are resentful. They say that Black men are subservient to white men, and they're resentful because they want the Black man to be subservient to her.